So this is that Hot Rod DeVille, and these amplifiers, although I often say that the bones of these amps are great, chassis, transformers, the circuit's pretty okay. It's very tweakable. You can do a lot of cool things to make these sound great, but Fender does this thing that is just awful. They use these really cheap, shitty IC capacitors. Now, Illinois capacitor, IC capacitor, they make thousands of different brands of capacitor. I know they do. And they make high quality ones, and then they make these really, really low quality ones. And you can see on that 22 microfarad 500 volt cap, the beginning of the puke. That cap is leaking. This amplifier couldn't have more than 50 hours on it. It's practically brand fucking new. There's no burn issues in the low voltage supply or at the foot switch resistor. Garbage. However, once you recap them with like a good high quality, F&T, as recommended by the overlords, as should be, these can turn into great amps. Of course, you want to rebuild the low voltage supply, lift everything away from the PCB. So these two big resistors, these two Zener diodes, and you want to recap the low voltage supply cap, the bias supply, and the other low voltage supply area, just on principle because they're the cheap, shitty IC caps. And then do some circuit tweaking, some circuit bending, or whatever the hell the interweb goofs call it. But hey, that's what's going to happen to this one, and then it's going to go up for sale over at Front Street Music. So I'm going to rebuild this and turn it into a motherfucker. I'm also going to rebuild the output section and the phase inverter section, because there are components in here that always fail, and I'm going to replace those on principle, and then I'm going to overbuild. I'm going to muscle up the whole section with new Panasonic capacitors, V-shaped metal film. We're going to add bigger screen resistors, lift those away from the PCB. Anything to make this thing tour-worthy, road-worthy, and tough as fuck.